Yeah, Bronny James definitely got drafted by the Lakers to appease LeBron James, make him happy, make a dream come true of his, be able to play, share the court with his son. And people are mad about it. Everywhere you go, people are either saying that he should have never got drafted because he averaged 5 points, he didn't have any type of good numbers, and it's a lot of hate. And obviously, I understand it. Like LeBron is a polarizing figure, so anybody involved with him, like his son, connected to him, like his son, is going to get a share of that hate too. And I expected it, but I also see a lot of people that are arguing and defending Bronny James and understand that nepotism is not something new. America is built on nepotism. If you believe in the concept of passing down generational wealth, then you believe in nepotism. Because nepotism really is just opportunities that are given to people based on relationships. And giving someone wealth, your savings, your will, that's a part of nepotism. And Bronny James, before this draft, before this past college season, was on track to be in the NBA already. And what derailed him was that cardiac arrest he had in the summer that was super scary and shook him up, shook his family up, shook up a lot of people because, he could have died. And he had to start his freshman year playing Power Five basketball, from a disadvantage. He had to get closer and closer to work back himself into shape and get back onto the court. Like as a freshman, especially like that off season or that preseason, that summer leading into it, that is crucial for adjusting and getting ready for the season because you never played college basketball, you never played at that level before, and you need all the reps you can get. And Bronny James didn't get that because he was a 5-star recruit heading into the season. And obviously, you're gonna say, "Oh, he's only a 5-star because of LeBron," but you don't get to be 5-star just because of relationships. Maybe you get boosted from 4-star to 5-star, or something along those lines. But he had talent. He has talent, work ethic, skills. He has ability, and he was on track to be drafted at some point. Maybe not this year because of the cardiac arrest and the stats that he was able to put up. But even if he came back to college next year and he was able to prove that he was still that 5-star prospect, he would have got drafted next year. No matter who his father was, based on what he showed in high school. Obviously, it doesn't always work out that way. There's guys that are 5 stars in high schools that don't get drafted and don't pan out in college, but he was on track. He was on track. So for the people saying that he only got drafted because of his father, you're right, but you're only right because of the situation that he was in and not able to perform his best this past season. We'll never know if Bronny was good enough or not good enough to get drafted on his own because he didn't really have a full season, a good chance to become the player that he's going to be. So I don't want to hear the nepotism. But for Bronny himself and his development, I think the Lakers are a great organization to take on this project because in today's NBA, you're looking for a guy like Bronny. Obviously, you want him to be a bit taller. He's listed as 6'3" with shoes and maybe 6'1" without shoes, I want to say. And he's a small guard height-wise, but he's built strong like his dad. Not as big as dad, but he's got a strong body. He's only, 19, I think. And he's athletic. He has a high IQ. Obviously, being LeBron's son, he's going to learn so much about the game. He's energetic. He can be a NBA defender, role player type of guy. His drag comparisons were guys like Drew Holiday, uh, McBride from the Knicks, Davion Mitchell, who just got traded to the Raptors, I want to say, or someone. Guys that are athletic, stocky, strong, quick laterally, can defend, aren't selfish. They want to play within a team concept. He can fit into that role if he develops accordingly, meaning that his defense translates to the NBA level. that motor stays high, and he's able to knock down open shots. If he can do that, he's going to be a productive NBA basketball player. I don't think anyone, including LeBron or Bronny, sees him being the next LeBron James or an NBA superstar. It's just not his game. It's not his. It's not where his talent will take him. He's a talented kid, but he's not that talented. And I'm excited to see how they try to bring him along. Obviously, he's going to spend most of his time in the G League, I would assume. He needs to get those reps because as a basketball player, any athlete, game experience is so valuable. He needs to play all of summer league, play the G League. He'll probably get called to play some games as well. Um, I I think that he's gonna have a good situation being on the Lakers, being in the Lakers organization. If they take the process slowly and the media, does what they do, but the Lakers aren't affected by it, and they just continue to stick to the process. The Lakers have been known to produce and develop good young talent. Back when they had the young Laker boys with Jordan Clarkson, Julius Randle, D'Angelo Russell, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Lonzo Ball, Larry Nance, Zubac. They had a lot of young guys they were able to develop that are still in the league now playing, being productive for teams across the NBA. And this year, this year will be all about development. Next year we can talk about will he be playing minutes for the Lakers because the NBA is young. Like they don't want you to sit in the G League for 4 years or something. They're gonna give you a year or half a year to develop, and that next season for sure they're gonna try to see where you fit within the league because outside of being LeBron's son, like he wouldn't have a whole lot going for him in terms of NBA momentum if he doesn't show any types of promise this year in the G League. So this year is going to be big in showing like he can be that NBA role player, that defender, that glue guy, high energy level player that he's shown that he can turn into. So I'm excited for him. JJ Redick is someone that's going to be able to give him some good knowledge, be able to talk to him on a different level than his dad even is able to because his dad, LeBron, has never had to be a role player. And being a role player is so much different mentally than being a star because you have to be ready at all times, be willing to not get touches, be willing to go through stretches where your minutes are up and down. It's a lot of mental fortitude you have to be a NBA role player. And I think JJ Redick will be able to help him along that journey and the whole Lakers organization. I think he's in a good situation. I hope that it works out for him well and he has a lot of fun and he has a successful NBA career.